What's good, y'all? It's your boy JFK right here, Jax F. Kennedy, man. It's like one of my first pre-recorded blogs, you know what I mean? On my channel, NBGC, nothing but good content. And this is like an introduction slash I'm gonna be speaking on the Jim Jones interview with Queenz Flip. Just a part of it. I'm only gonna speak on the part where he was talking about Max B and Stacks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get my introduction out the way. So Jax is like a name that was given to me when I was like maybe 13, 14 years old by a close friend of mine. Excuse me. And it just stuck with me. Like my last name is Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And the Jax name, I didn't like it at first because I always thought about the Jackson dude from Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, he kind of like the wackest dude on it, whatever. But so I just spelt it Jackz, which took me out of nothing. I'm definitely have nothing to do with that dude. You feel me? It could never be Jax. So F Kennedy, I didn't add F. It was just Jax. For most, like for mad long, F Kennedy came when I was probably like 30, 32, something like that. A friend of mine, dude, I grew up with, wanted to start a promoting team. He called it Kennedy Entertainment. So I was like, oh, okay. And he came at me and a few of my bros and was like, you know, he wanted us to be a part of it. So he was like, cool. You know what I mean? So that's when I added F Kennedy. So that's how you got Jax F Kennedy. Anything else y'all want, know what I mean? Ask me questions or whatever. Because I'm not good at introductions. But I think that was a good introduction. But if y'all got anything y'all want to ask me, holler at me. I mean, comment, whatever. I might comment back or I might just make a video pre-recorded about it, answering all y'all questions. Feel me? So, they asked Jim Jones. Queenz Flip asked Jim Jones. Shout out Queenz Flip. Shout out Jim Jones. R.I.P. Stacks. Free Max. Um, he asked Jim Jones about, you know, how he felt when Stacks passed and stuff. And Jim Jones was saying, like, you know, Stacks wasn't the only one passed at the time. Like, Stacks passed. And then, like, I think, like, a month later, one of his mans passed or something like that. To me, on the Stack bundles, because, you know, it's been a lot of, throughout the years, it's been a lot of rumors. You know, people be like, Stacks shouldn't have been on that block. Stacks should have been in a better situation, right? Which is facts. Like, Stacks was writing probably 90% of Jim Jones' music at the time. Him and Max. I remember when Jim Jones went on 106 in Park, and this was a time, I think it was either Ballin' or G's Up. One of those videos was just dropping. And he was on there and Free, shout out Free and AJ. And Free used to be so subliminal because Free kept her ears to the streets. So at Jim Jones' pen always been in question. Like people always questioned his pen. Like was he writing this stuff he was saying? Especially when Max and Stacks got down. Because if you listen to the early Jim and then you listen to Jim when they got with him, it's a whole different. And we all know people get better with time. You know what I'm saying? But he had kind of got a little too better, and it was like, come on, bro, you who's doing? Then you see he down with Stacks is with him, and Max, you like, oh, this is why your music is sounding different. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people writing your music and you making money from what they're writing. Why is this dude on the corner hustling? See, the thing is, people get into the industry and they learn stuff, and then they pick people from the hood that don't know none of that stuff and use it against them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Stack Bundles, Weatherman with that money, I make it rain on them. That's Stack Bundles. He wrote all that. He wrote Jim verse, all of that. What Cam said. Cam said Jimmy takes his artists and make them work for him, like make them use their craft for his music. Like, who have Jim Jones ever put out? He had a whole bird gang. You had a whole, and them dudes was popping. Who ever dropped? Whoever put out an album? Stack Bundles shouldn't have been on no corner when Niggas should say, oh, excuse my language, YouTube. I know I can't say the N word, but people would be like, yo, Stack's a grown man. Okay, that's true. That's a whole fact. He definitely was a grown man. But at the same time, if this dude is writing all your music, you making more money from music than you ever made because you messing with these dudes. But you don't compensate them. You feed them scraps. And it's sad because that's the difference between New York and Atlanta. Now I mean they'll be like, oh, the music is popping more. It's not the music. It's just that it's a little more unity in Atlanta than it is in New York. So you got people like Thug and Gucci. These dudes done put on mad people. Who can say that in New York? Know what I mean? But anyway, back to the Jim Jones joint. Like I felt like there was more that could have been done to where Stacks shouldn't have had to been on no corner. Cause I felt like if Stacks was getting paid what he should have been getting paid from writing your music, he wouldn't have been on no corner. He would have realized like, wow, I could make this from writing. Wow, or even see what I'm saying? If he was paying him how he was supposed to pay him, Stacks would have been like, yo, I can make more money off a verse than selling this. But when you got somebody cooning you and just giving you scraps and acting like that's what you're supposed to make, you Stacks didn't know the business part. You could tell Stacks was one of them people that he loved music, so he's in it for the music kind of more than the business. So a person that knows the business side, they're gonna use that against him. Look how, bro, when Stack Bundles died, bro, Ballin was like one of the top joints ever. Was Stacks them even in the video? I don't even remember. Come on, bro. And then with Max B, you had this dude signed to 12 albums. Another situation to where Jim Jones knew the industry and the other person didn't. That's why you have to watch dudes who be like, oh, it was just business. Nah, I mean, because these the dudes that's gonna use your kid that try to join the industry because they don't know the business. So if your kid want to be in the industry, make sure they know the business. It's easy to make the music, but know the business. Because these dudes will coon you and then say, oh, it was business. Because you didn't know what they knew. You feel what I'm saying? He used Max because Max was already facing a crazy bit. I think Max had got into that little altercation before Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know who bailed Max out for the $1 million. Max said a female did, but Jimmy said he bailed Max out. So we don't even know who bailed Max out for the $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But Max was saying Jim Jones wasn't paying him. Stacks is gone. So Stacks can't talk what Max saying. Stacks dead and gone. You got Max saying he ain't getting paid. That's when Max came out with that, you just do you. I'ma do me. I'ma do me. And then you got people making blogs on it and they don't even know the history. Like if you don't know the history, bro, don't make a blog. You feel me? Like do your history, then make the blog. I ain't have to do no history because I already know. Like I've been in tune with music. When you in tune, you just know. Like I always messed with Bird Gang, Dipset. Like, and then when I first heard Max and Stacks, those was like two of my faves still to this day. But I just hated to see Max fuck with Jimmy instead of Cam because Max knew Cam first. That's the person he was supposed to mess with. Was Cam. Cam would have put Max in a good position. Cam put his artists out. Jimmy don't. And Jimmy, man, stop going on these interviews, bro, trying to play victim, bro. I don't like that, man. I don't like that, yo. People do people dirty, and they play victim. Stop doing that, bro. Keep it real. You was using them dudes, bro. Everybody that left Bird Gang was complaining. Look at Mel Murder. You got Mel Murder doing 15 years right now. 15. And you was on the wiretap talking to him. How he in jail, but you ain't. But we ain't gonna even get on that. That's a whole nother, know what I mean? But that's, nobody questions that because, you know, y'all dudes really don't know about stuff. Y'all claim to be streets, but y'all don't get into street stuff, so it's kind of hard to believe that. But yeah, though, the reason why he don't want to speak on the Max situation, and they saying like Max want to piece it with Jim, cause everybody think Max finna come home. Max is not finna come home, y'all. French is lying. French always do this when he drop music. He always use Max. Now I mean, Max don't care as long as you hit him with that commissary. He don't care. Go ahead. But when you Google it, it say Max don't come. They don't even look at Max till 2025. So how he telling us Max finna come home April? I wish, cause Max like my favorite artist. But throughout all since Max been locked, it's like every few years they do this. They lie. Oh, Max finna come home. Then April come, he don't come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro, stop playing with the people, bro. You gonna make Max lose fans off the strength of you lying. But yeah, Jimmy, stop capping on these interviews, bro. Keep it real. Know what I mean? Keep it real, bro. You could have did better about niggas, man. Know what I mean? Maybe you can keep a consistent team if you stop shitting on everybody. Smash simple, bro. You shitting on everybody and expecting people. That's what be wrong with y'all wanna be bosses. Y'all wanna be bosses. Y'all do people dirty and expect them to just stay around and then play victim when they leave. Come on, bro. This man had Max B signed for what, like 11, 12 albums, bro. Some people don't even drop that many albums in their whole career. Max probably signed it not even knowing what he was signing because he know he finna go to jail. See how people will use your situation against you, bro. And now he coming on these interviews playing victim. You got two of the best rappers niggas ever heard. Stacks and Max? Come on, bro. Those gotta be like two of the, and Stacks was just finding his wave. Like, but y'all let Jimmy come on these interviews and tell y'all whatever and you believe it. The sad thing is Queenz Flip know the real. But he'll never tell Jim Jones the real, because he know Queenz Flip heard, he was there for the Max beef. He was there for when Stacks died. He know. Come on, man. See, Jimmy is a different type of dude, bro. Know what I mean? And when you see through that, he try to make it look like, but yeah, look, man, don't nothing good happen around him, man. He be having good situations. Vamp life. What happened to Vamp life? What happened to Saucy? Then you had the little weed joint. What happened to Saucy? Everything that dude touched turned into straight doo-doo. That's what you have to pay attention to. Don't listen to these dudes, man. These dudes say whatever. You gotta look at their actions. Look at the stuff that happens. Don't listen to what they say. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. I'm telling you. Because it's most likely lies, propaganda. They lying. You lost two soldiers, bro. Max and Stacks. Stacks is dead and gone. God bless his soul. Max trying to piece it. And you did him wrong. And you trying to come off like you the victim. You think people just gonna write all this music for you while you drive Bentleys? These dudes gotta drive dope. These dudes, nah, what I mean, like, come on, man. And then you blackballed him until he went to jail. When he went to jail, that's when Jimmy let him out the deal. Like, come on, bro. Jimmy show you so much snake activity, and y'all still mess with this dude. That's why it be crazy to me. Like, how y'all mess with this dude when he show you nothing but snake activity. His own man, the dude that brought him into the game, don't even mess with him no more. And that's Killer Cam. Shout out Killer Cam. I remember one time, bruh, Confessions of the Fire, all that. That dude Cam was, all he was saying was Jim Jones. Cam was shouting out Jim Jones so much you almost thought he was in one of them coats with the other Jim, with the real Jim Jones. And that'd be another thing too, man. You have to watch these dudes who steal people whole names. You do, man. Watch these dudes, man, that steal people whole. Like, Jim Jones is somebody's real government name. That's not his real name. That's sad. Because a lot of y'all really think that's his real name. That's not his real name. Bro, that is not his real name, bro. Just like Rick Ross. These dudes is straight identity theft. But that's a whole nother blog. We on the Max B Stacks. You shitted on both of them dudes. That's why nothing happens for you in the music, bro. But this was my first blog. Holla at me. It's your boy JFK. I'm shining out. There's nothing but wave here. Ow.